on today's Top Talks, Army promotion and beyond. So stay tuned. Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Top Talks. I'm here with my buddy Randy. How you doing, Randy?
Good. How are you guys doing?
All right.
Welcome back.
I know Rogelio could not make it today.
I think he will.
He he'll try to catch up.
Gonna try to catch up.
He'll try to
Okay.
catch up.
All right. Yeah, he's on a hot date.
Yeah. Oh, so today we have a special guest.
Do we? Oh.
So we have a current active duty soldier.
Okay.
He's not representing himself. I
Okay.
mean, he's not representing the army. He's representing himself.
Okay.
So he won't get sued.
Won't get in trouble. You mean?
Right. You won't get in
Yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
To piggyback on that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
anything that we say or comment on this podcast obviously is based on each individual's opinions. It's not
And
anything-
experiences.
Yeah, it's just experience and opinion. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. John Federis.
Okay.
He was the detachment sergeant, the first sergeant per se for 98 Cost.
Okay.
Now he's moving.
Oh, you guys
on
were in the same unit way back.
way back. So
Oh, okay, okay.
2 years ago before I retired.
Okay.
So he was the head honcho in 98 Cost, and now he's
Honcho.
PCSing to Madigan to the hospital.
Interpost transfer.
Interpost transfer. So a good friend of mine, and he is a behavioral
Ooh.
health specialist.
Oh, we have some good questions
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
definitely. He's the expert. So without further ado, Mr. Federis, welcome to the show.
Oh, Mario, thanks for having me. Yeah, so my name is John Fideris, and yeah, I just currently finished my time as the detachment sergeant for the 98 Classy. So now I'm trying to focus on going into my new duty station,
Yeah.
um, Madigan. So yeah, so that's about me. Yeah, Mario, again, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to see your face. It's been a while since we've seen each other. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming
Yeah,
and joining
yeah,
us
yeah,
to
for joining us,
to the
yeah.
podcast.
I think we are more thankful
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
of you being here than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's still serving, so
That's
which
right.
is great.
Yeah, because we need some feedback
Yeah.
from active duty service members
Yeah.
because we are obviously out of the
Oh
loop.
yeah, that's
We're out of the loop.
Yeah, so the one of the things that I want to talk about, and we hit this up before, is
We did
the
briefly,
army
I think, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the army promotion,
Right.
because it's different
Yeah.
now, I believe.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so Federis got promoted
Okay.
through the new system, so I'd like to pick his brain on what his opinion about it. So John, can you talk about the current promotion system from your perspective?
Basically, how it is.
Yeah.
so. Yeah. So I think the new promotion system, I think it's pretty good. It definitely showcased merits. So if you have pretty good NCR, pretty good career path, broadening assignment, you'll get picked up. And I think it's pretty good, especially if you wanna continue your career past 20 years.
Mhm.
And then the more you do for the army, the better chances you become promoted and not get stagnant, right?
Yeah.
So currently, I think the promotion system is pretty good. Obviously, in the past, for senior non-commissioned officers, you get a sequence number, and then for the junior NCOs, you have it changed from meeting the requirements for PME,
Yeah.
military training, education, from to a not being fully qualified, but you are able to promote due to you meeting promotion points.
Oh,
So
yeah,
two
yeah,
different
yeah.
things from before to after, and I think Mario, you were in that era to where, and I think maybe Kuya Randy too, is that you guys were in the area where you can get promoted. Doesn't matter if you have at the time was BLC, WLC, ALC at the time, you can get promoted. Uh, if you don't have that schooling, but you do meet the promotion
Right.
points.
So I do remember
Yeah.
that.
Wait.
So before, this is before it got stricter.
Yeah.
You can get promoted. Um, what they call it, a
before
frock. You
before the
can get
school,
frock. So remember, before you go to PLDC, you can get promoted as
you
long as
get
you meet
pinned.
points. Now, if you fail PLDC,
Oh,
they'll demote
They
you,
can take it
and you have to
yeah.
pay that money
pay
back.
back.
Yeah. So I remember doing that.
Right. So you can basically get pinned, then go to school. But now you're saying that you cannot get pinned until after the school.
Yeah. So you cannot get pinned. This was after the transition to meeting the PME to having the PME,
Hmm.
and then now they're having temporary promotions.
So they have temporary
Right.
promotions now.
Yep,
Oh.
temporary promotions. So what I mean by that is before, once you get your promotion points, you get pinned. Let's say you don't even have advanced leader course,
Okay.
you'll get pinned. Uh, maybe about now, now you can get pinned until you finish ALC or
Mm.
SLC, right?
So you gotta complete all the
But again,
prerequisites. You need to have
yes,
all
so
your
you got to complete
prerequisites
the prerequisites,
before you get pinned.
qualifications to be
Before you get
fully
pinned
qualified for your rank.
and get pinned.
Now, here's another caveat to that. They there's actually a new monthly message that came out, and I think it's currently on right now. You can get promoted temporarily to your rank without completing. Let's say, for example, if you are a E5 going into a staff sergeant, right? You can get promoted, you can get pinned. However, it's conditional. So within a year, you gotta pin your. I mean, within a year of your pinning, you gotta complete ALC. If you don't, you they will get your rank back.
Rank back, and then you gotta pay the money back too, right?
I'm not sure about the money, but I'm
Yeah.
sure yes.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you have to pay
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah,
'cause-
because you know what I mean. Or unless
Yeah,
since you were wearing the rank in the to
Yeah.
begin with, you
Uh-huh.
probably just keep it, right?
yeah,
I don't know. You
But
know how
that's
stingy
a-
the army was.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember
yeah.
people
I mean-
failing land navigation.
Right. I mean, I honestly, I actually don't mind doing the prerequisite before promotion. To me, I think that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
To me, that makes more sense actually. To do all of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I actually don't mind that doing all the schools and all of these necessary things before you get pinned.
And
I think
agree
I'm
with that.
I think I'm for that.
Yeah, I think the promotion now is more competitive
Right.
because now
Oh yeah.
you have to do better so that your command team can say, okay, this is a good soldier, let's send him to school, or this is a good soldier, let's help him out
Well, I
with
think that's
this.
subjective to me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I think even in back in our day, I mean, we still had to be competitive.
so
If you think about it, I don't know in what sense.
it
You know
is
what I
and it's
mean?
not because
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, all you
Yeah.
gotta do was meet the points.
Oh, you're talking about the lower,
Yeah, you got
the
Right.
lower enlisted.
The lower enlisted.
Got it.
the lower
Got it.
enlisted.
Like the from
Yeah.
E4 to
From
E5,
the
E5 to
the
E6.
not the semi, yeah,
E6.
the automatic and semi-centralized.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Got it. Got it.
so the automatic is you meet the timing grade,
Yeah.
you get promoted to PFCR specialist.
Right.
Then you meet, your points.
Right.
You go to the board.
Yeah,
so
yeah, and then make your points, and
Make
then
your
you get
points.
promoted to sergeant
Sergeant or staff
or
sergeant.
staff sergeant. Yeah,
Or
yeah,
staff
yeah.
sergeant, right?
And now you're saying that's different.
It's different now. So even if you don't have the PME, is this just correct me if I'm wrong, John?
Right.
So even if you
Okay.
don't meet the PME or you don't have the PME, but you meet the points,
Huh?
you still get promoted to E5
Now.
Now.
Yeah. Yes.
So
So
kinda
Yes,
read.
yes, and no. The current policy, the current system says you have to complete the PME
Okay.
to get promoted.
Okay.
However, when promotions came out, they said that okay, I think it's certain MOS, but you can get promoted by meeting points. However, you got 1 year
Okay.
to complete your PME.
Okay.
It's like
If you don't complete your PME in a year, they'll get it back. So what's happening now is that, so for example, I got a soldier who just picked up a staff sergeant,
right.
right? Um, he hasn't gone to ALC,
Okay.
but during that year, the army will ensure that you are scheduled for phase one, phase two, and phase three. So right now he's in ALC phase one. He just completed it. Now he has a schedule for phase two, and obviously it'll go into phase three. So
Was kind of like the
for
old
some reason,
BNOC.
yeah, kind of like the old days, but kind of not at the same time. The Melper message is the one that brought it back to kind of like the old days where you don't have to. But remember, in the old days, once you get promoted, you're pinned. There's no condition
Yeah.
for them to get it back.
Right. Right. Now
Yeah.
Well, you
Now
still have
there's
to
a
go to
fail
school though.
school,
If you fail the school, they'll get it back.
they'll
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
That's,
you have
that's
to
back
wait.
in the day. So it's
Yeah.
kind of almost the same.
Kind of almost the same, but this
Yeah.
one they give you the opportunity.
almost the same.
Yeah. Because
know,
I know
to go
back
to
in the
school.
day,
Yeah.
you're right. Because back in the day, they promote you. Then you go to LDC or
Mhm.
ALC, whatever. Fail that,
Oh yeah.
then they'll demote you.
You're
basically.
done until after next
Yeah,
6
and it's
months.
kinda hard to
so-
get it back.
Oh yeah. It's hard,
That means you gotta go to the board again. You gotta
especially if you're weak at land navigation.
yeah,
People
and you gotta start from scratch, man. You have to go to the board again.
still get, like, how do you fail land nav?
No,
It's so simple,
so
step
simple.
by step.
That's the easiest.
I know. It's crazy, man. It's like
But they still go to promotion boards though, right? Now,
Yeah.
okay. So they
It's
still
still
do
going
that.
on promotion board, just like the old days.
Okay,
but
okay.
but the promotion
Yeah.
board is a go and no go.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I think I kind of
Yeah.
I think I kind of experienced that in my tail end of my career.
Mm.
The go and no go.
Go no go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more points.
Yeah.
I was pissed when they changed that and don't go no go because I worked hard to
Yeah.
get 798. So you get like 150 points for your board.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right, 150 points.
You get points from the board.
yeah.
Back in the
Yeah,
day.
I think. Yeah.
And now you don't get points for that, right?
Yeah. No. So I do remember when I promoted to E5, to sergeant. I got the commander's points. I think it was 100 points,
Mhm.
and I think you get points for passing or getting to the promotion board too. So, but I do know that there was a commander's point. I think it was 100 points.
Yeah.
So none
So
of those.
what's the biggest points you can like? What do you have to do? I know. I think one of the good thing that I heard, army is big deal, right? I think you earn
So
points.
can you say that again?
So I heard in the
You
new
got cut
system.
off.
I heard in the new system that college points is a big deal now, a bigger deal than back then, right? You get a lot of points from
Oh yeah,
having,
yeah. They give you more points.
having college credits.
Give you more points.
And I think that's one of the best thing the army that implemented.
Right.
Yeah, because it forces soldiers to, get a degree.
Because
Because back in the day, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You get promoted with or without a degree.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Or you can use the I'll pay $50 to get a
Oh, the
associates. I forget what it's called.
yeah. You can the transcript.
Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah,
transcript.
yeah,
They'll
yeah.
send you the transcript.
That's
and then,
right. Which-
they'll send it to
I think they can still do that now. They still do that.
I think they.
Yeah.
I don't think they can do that.
But I think one of the best thing, like again, one of the best thing that the army is doing is it's
Yeah.
almost forcing soldiers to go to school,
Yeah.
and which, like I said,
Yeah.
I wish I was forced to go to
Mhm.
school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think the only time I was almost forced is when I was trying to make sergeant first class.
Right. Because you have to. You
You
have
kind of had to have
Yeah.
some kind of
because now because you want to be
college
above your
college
peers,
credits. Yeah,
right?
yeah. You're right.
How do you stand out?
But making it all the way to staff sergeant, I didn't really have a
No.
problem. I had like a few credits, but not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't think I got my degree until sergeant first class. Yeah.
Yeah, because right now in your era, I think is that almost like a kind of need to have some kind of degree that promoted to
Oh
even.
yeah, so definitely having the degree will set you apart.
Okay, that's
So
part of being competitive, right? Basically.
yeah, so basically having a degree will set you apart. Obviously having the awards, having the positions, the broadening assignments, all this will set you apart. But most definitely, education is one of the things that they're pushing for. Like you said earlier, is that it's important to have education,
Right.
especially a college degree.
Right.
And I think the Army considering that as part in the promotion system, I think it does help out and does force a lot of soldiers, especially the juniors, to excel in that era. Because nowadays, I see juniors they don't care about getting getting education. I even tell soldiers, hey, use your TA, use
Mhm.
Right.
TA. It's free money.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Get a subject here and there. Doesn't matter what it is. Just get a subject. If
Yeah.
you know what you want, get it. If you don't, just try.
Right.
Go to ed center, talk with the counselor, and hey, see what you want.
Right. Right. Right.
See what you
Right.
want.
Yeah, and I think the reason why the army changed the promotion system is because the environment where we fight is different now. The culture of the
Yeah.
army is different now. There's a lot more. Like I think by the time we hit 6 7 years of war, and the enemy is more technical, they're more
Dance.
hacking.
Yeah.
They're more advanced. The army decided to hire more intelligent soldiers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of back in the day, like, hey, can you breathe? Okay, cool, we're gonna
Yeah.
make you infantry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now
That's right.
it's a little bit more technical
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
army, which you know I have mixed feelings for that, because
Yeah.
army is
It
our
is. It
militia.
is mixed feelings. Yeah, me too. I mean, I know what you mean by that, but I mean, you gotta be able to well rounded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and,
Kind of
and
like it's kind of like being a smart, street smart, and then book smart.
right, and
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like I never actually saw the importance of behavioral health till the later part of my career.
yeah,
But now it seems like, and you can speak on this, John,
yeah,
like the
Hmm.
new soldiers
yeah.
tends to
Use it more,
use it more. I don't know
utilize
what's
it.
going on. I
Yeah,
don't know if it's just the culture of the
right.
people or the way we train them in basic training.
Yeah,
But I know John experienced a spike in behavioral health issues.
even especially on the yeah, you're right. 'Cause even on the younger ranks, right?
Yeah. So it's like you said. I don't know if it's due to generational or I don't know. It's because of the stress.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's because of stigma. So there's a lot of I don't know, especially with
yeah,
mental health. It's a lot of gray area in mental health. What we do know is that like it's important, right? We tell soldiers if you're experiencing something, you gotta go share it with somebody.
Hmm.
You
right,
gotta talk to your buddy. If you're distressed, don't keep it to yourself. So we
right.
we definitely encourage behavioral health. And obviously, some people are reserved. So instead of talking to their friends, talking to people, they go to mental health. And
Right.
obviously, when you go to mental health, it can go two ways. It can go two ways to where you're there to seek help and then to vent, to basically get better, to deal with life stressors or work stressors. Or the other way is that I hate to say this, but sometimes it's another way to manipulate a system
Hmm.
when it comes down to using mental health. Because
As a
based
ticket,
off,
as a ticket
I'm just
way out.
gonna based
Hmm.
off of my experience is that sometimes mental health is it's a very sensitive topic, and some doesn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
and if they say they're suicidal, homicidal, they want to say it's they want to take care of the soldier right away,
Yeah.
Right.
depending on whether the soldier needs to leave the army or the soldier needs more treatment.
Right.
Because they gotta find out because they don't want the soldier to get hurt. Basically,
Right.
that's the key point.
That
So
was the
did that
big.
number spike though? The number of I mean, I guess that's I mean again, mental health I think is as you know, with us talking about it, I think it's very subjective, but did that number statistically did it go up as far as, you know, number of soldiers having it or at least reported?
So I don't know the exact numbers, but I do know based off experience that people seeing mental health has really went up.
Mm,
Okay.
Went up.
Become more
New
open.
soldier coming in, yeah, they go see mental health
Yeah.
already. So it did spike up.
Yeah, because I tell you,
But
back in
again,
our
I
day,
don't have the exact numbers.
and
yeah,
I think it was problematic
yeah,
at the beginning of it because we have our generation where you know
war is back to back.
wars back to back. You
Yeah,
know,
we didn't
just
have time for
rub
that.
some dust on it and just
Yep.
freaking move on.
I think that's what that, I think I
Yeah.
was about to say that. You're right because I think that was I know back in the day. Remember, I think we had this brief conversation about this. I think
Right.
it was more frowned upon.
It is. There's a stigma on, especially in the infantry units
Oh,
and
in general, in the
in
army.
well in general,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
the stigma was like if you go to seek mental health, that you're
Yeah, you're
weak.
weak.
Yeah, that you're weak. You
Yeah.
know, how can you face the enemy when you're facing boo boo in your head?
So I guess with that said,
Yeah.
I think you know we kind of created this gate then to
Right.
open it up. That's why you know what I mean. In
Yes.
a way, we were like the examples of like, hey, look at all of these soldiers in the past
Yeah.
coping with this stress.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
But
And
it's two way. You can say it that way, but at the same time, you can also say that we were a little bit more resilient.
we were
You know
actually,
what I mean?
yeah. We knew how to turn on and off.
Right.
Yeah.
We were
We were going through some stuff, but we were. I think we knew how to. Like I said, I call it the switch, on
yeah
and off switch.
yeah. Until the later part of my career,
Yeah,
that's when I'm really burnt out.
yeah.
I didn't see John. Hey, John.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it can creep up. It can
I,
creep up.
but
Yeah.
I think John said it though. I think he said, I think there's nothing wrong with seeking help as
No,
far as
there's nothing
mental
wrong
health.
with it at
I
all.
think the problem is, soldiers are seeking help in the wrong way. Did that make sense? Like
Mhm.
they're going there
Yeah.
to take advantage of the system, like he
Right.
said.
That's
You know what I mean?
that's a
And
problem.
I have no issues of seeing mental health because
Right.
I actually advocate that.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I am
definitely.
for it. Like if you're going through some stuff, I think you know,
Mhm.
especially for the audiences, you know, soldiers out there that's going through some stuff legitimately.
Right.
I think they definitely need to go see
Yeah.
definitely because the resources that we have, at least that I had when I was active duty, are really good.
Yeah, and there's another aspect of mental health too, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and I don't know if we have it, John, but when I was in the unit, we have two types of mental health resource. One is for your mental psychological assistance, and the other one is your
Mhm.
mental and performance enhancement. So you know, if I really have some problems, I talk to my psychiatrist, right? They take care of me. But if I want to improve, if I'm having performance issues, I talk to another psychologist, and they talk through like, hey, you know, let's dig it. It's kind of like a coaching
Yeah.
psychologist.
Right.
So he talked to me about, hey, write it down, blah blah, see where you at from before, and you know, make a goal.
Right.
I don't know if we have that resource in the army, but I know I definitely got it from the unit.
Yeah. So it's a good thing you brought it up. It could be a good separate topic for a podcast. But um, so holistic health fitness H2F, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
So that one is solely focused on uh, holistically improving your performance, with it being physical, spiritual, mental, right? And then nutrition. There's one more that I'm forgetting, but holistically as a soldier, H2F is there to assist you to become better. Part of that program is for mental health. So they teach you resiliency, mindfulness, and even during PMI training, let's say for an M4, they teach you mental performance on how
Mm,
to actually be effective on utilizing your M4.
wow.
So yeah, so it's there, and I think that H2F is getting a big push for the whole army. I know 62nd Medical Brigade has been very lucky because we got the very first H2F back in the days, and I think it started right after you left, Mario.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
And these
Yeah.
are these soldiers leading this H2F? They soldiers,
Um, some soldiers and some civilians.
and they're embedded
So
in units, right?
in our embedded in units in brigade level.
Brigade level.
Well,
Yeah.
I can say with the 62nd, it's a brigade asset.
Okay.
Mm,
So any soldiers within the brigade can utilize the services. So soldiers, you got the occupational therapy assistant, you got the occupational therapy officers, right, the OTs. But majority of them are coaches,
mm.
sports trainers, sports psychologists. So they're there to help you perform on all those categories. For example, right, I injured my back. I started running a little bit too fast for my body. Um, I went to sick call. They said, "Oh, go to H2F because they'll help you there." Went to H2F. Obviously, they assessed my back, and then after assessing my back, they got all this program for you to do. They have exercises, they have appointments, they have heat packs, everything. They have even fancy equipments for your back too. So, and then they take care of you almost immediately. So I would have my appointment today. I'll have another one uh, either on the same week or the week after,
That's
and
really
then they
good.
continue following it until you're a little bit better.
Yeah.
So
That's
Instead of doing, you go there, or is that how that how, or you do your regular PT and then a different time that work?
well, you can. It's in your own time. So for me, I chose to go there after PT. So I was like, oh, I did my regular PT. I'm gonna talk to my physical therapist or either was a coach, athletic trainer. That's the right word.
mm, mm.
Talk to them, and then they ask me how I'm doing. If I say, oh, it hurts a little bit, they put me on a machine to relax my back, and then after that they give me a little more exercises. So it's really flexible.
Right.
Okay, I got some technical issues here. Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta paste twist it.
All right. I'm so sorry, everyone. There you go.
There you go. That's better.
That's
Much
brought to
better.
you
Oh yeah,
by
yeah.
that little tech.
It's the mic. You can see your mic input on the. If it's going just like mine, is good.
Oh, got you. I got you. Okay. All right.
All right. So it sounds like this program is much better than some of the army programs where you have to wait months at a time to get
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah.
Well, obviously, I've never had that in my career.
Yeah.
H2F. So
So
Yeah.
I think the only program that we had back in the day is the, when you assign a
mm,
NCO at
oh yeah,
1600,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then hey, all the everyone that's failing,
yeah,
or
yeah.
you go see that guy.
Right. Because first sergeant is responsible for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
training
PT. Yeah.
and the health and
Training. That's
welfare
right.
of the soldiers.
Soldiers.
Right.
That's right. That's my lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we
Yeah.
have civilians.
Now they got civilians to take care of that. I
Right.
mean, which is better. I think that's a
So
good thing. Yeah.
it is. So for example, going back to promotions, right? So soldiers who are um, actually having difficulties appearing in promotion boards,
Right.
right? They actually HTF will actually help them
Right.
prepare mentally to appear in
Okay.
promotion boards. Like we already said before, it was like an NCO telling you, "Oh, just suck it up. You
Yeah.
know, you can do this. We got you. Just do this, do that. Tiger look,
Mm-hmm.
military seat, whatever, whatever." But HTF will actually help the soldier go through the process mentally, preparing
Mm-hmm.
them for the promotion board.
Right. 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 Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I think it's more of, again, it's very subjective because obviously I experienced the old ways.
Yep.
I didn't really experience the new way, but I'm hearing a lot of, I guess, good thing. But in a way, to me, it's like,
Well,
I don't
I
know.
think
I
it's
think that, I think it needs balance from the
right.
old and new. I think.
I think it's good, and this is just my opinion.
Oh,
Knowing what I
Yeah.
know,
Right.
it's good for the lower
Yeah.
enlisted
Right.
and the competition.
Right.
Once you're a senior, right? Because
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're a
Yeah. Yeah.
senior, you you have because you have to board every year now, right? So once you hit E7,
We're talking about the senior level,
on the senior level,
the OML.
the OML
Okay.
piece, the centralized promotion, right?
Right.
So you have to, in order for you to get promoted,
Mm-hmm.
and correct me if I'm wrong, John, is uh you
mm,
compete every year to get an OML, a number. The lower the number, the better for you.
So now, when you say compete,
yes.
what do you mean by compete?
So so competing meaning that
Is
you
it
have to stand out against your peers.
it's exactly the same like the old ways, kind of, right?
Kinda.
Like you gotta, if you need college and you gotta go
Right.
college.
But it's much more transparent now.
Oh yeah.
Because back in the day, your number, I don't know, 34, right? Let's say you get promoted back your sequence number was 34,
Right.
right? And they promoted, you know, 1 to 32,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Next year you're going to make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I
Before,
mean?
now you don't know,
No, you
right?
don't know.
So I guess my question is,
Yeah.
my question to you is, so how do you know that I'm actually competitive, and how do I know what to fix for next year? Can you, is that something that
Did they talk about
do
that?
they talk about it? Like what if, like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm number 20,
Yeah.
how do I become number 5
Right.
or 10?
So that's a good question. To be honest with you, I've never really gotten taught that. It's just based off of guidance from past and present senior NCOs.
Right.
They'll tell you, hey, maybe you should look at this. Hey, maybe, well, what are you like? Let me see your NCR, or let me see your SRB.
Right.
So see if you're competitive. I've asked Mario, hey, can you look at my ERB at the time?
Right.
Am I competitive enough? Or can you look at my NCR?
Right.
Well, how would you look at me? So to answer your question, there's really there's a guidance, which you gotta have all this stuff, but you can never really tell. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. This is just me, but you can never really tell if where you at in terms of what you need to compete for other people. You will know once the OML comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Because one, let's say this year, let's say I was looked at this year,
Mm-hmm.
right, and my OML is let's say 100,
Right.
right, and for this year, let's say only 50 people picked up,
Right.
right. So in the old days, you guys, oh, 50 more, right, 50 more. But the following year, when they do a relook, when they look at you again, you will either get a lower number or same number, or you will get a higher number,
Okay.
because this is where the merit kicks in. All right, the merit base kicks in. If somebody is better, somebody has higher qualification, they will skip over you. So let's
Okay.
say at that time they were 120
Mm-hmm.
and you were 100, but they excelled that year.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they picked up a bachelor or a master's degree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
got more awards. They got more
Got you,
missions,
got you.
right? Better
Oh, but
MCR.
I
They
think that's a good
will
thing.
the next
yeah,
look they will be a lower number.
I think that's a good thing
So and
actually.
it's
that's
a good
where
thing.
you were saying, Randy, earlier is that if you're not improving, if you're not going to get your degrees, if you're
Yeah,
not going to assert yourself, if you're just
yeah,
stagnant,
yeah,
you're not gonna excel. You're just gonna remain stagnant.
That's
yeah,
the good thing that I like about this new promotion system.
yeah.
Is it forces those
But that's almost the same as the old school, though, in a way.
almost, because it once you get a
Yeah,
sequence number, you're pretty much guaranteed to get promoted.
Yeah.
You're just waiting for the number to come out. But this
for that
time,
part. But before, if you either get a sequence number, or if you
or
don't,
not,
or not.
right? So
But
it's
but if
not
I
transparent,
but if
Yeah.
yeah yeah because but if I didn't, I think I had an idea why.
right?
That's what I meant.
But if you had a sequence number,
Yeah,
it's just a matter of time before that number comes out.
that's right. You're locked
So
in.
right,
Yeah.
so this OML piece,
No sequence number.
no sequence number. You gotta compete again next year.
Yeah,
You're
yeah, yeah. So you're
hoping
always
that you
competing.
get
Yeah,
a lower number
Yeah.
by
yeah,
doing your
yeah.
job better. So
So you
I
cannot just do your job now, basically.
no. So you really have to stand out by going
Okay.
airborne, going to recruiting,
Yeah.
going to
So
school.
Yeah, I guess
yeah,
that's a
I've
good thing.
seen since UNCOs, I've heard him talk about it. I actually have a buddy of mine who's been looked at for master sergeant. He's been looked at for I think two times now, 3 times now.
Mm.
I don't remember, but last year he was like at I think he said 200. This year he got looked at. He's backed up to like 300. so,
Oh,
What is it? He's a master
he
sergeant.
went up.
is
No,
that
no,
somebody
going
I
to
know?
master sergeant.
Is that somebody I know?
Is it
You
from
probably do know him.
Oh no.
from a low number
Oh
to
no.
100? Is that what you said? From 20 to 300?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
So from
yeah,
200 to
yeah.
300.
Oh
So
That's
wow.
that's sad.
So it's very competitive then. Huh? So you got to do
It's
something.
dog eat dog world right there, right
yeah,
there.
Well, I guess that's
yeah. So
I
maybe
guess that's but that's what makes it bad though. So now with that, it forces soldiers to not do their job in a way. You know what I mean?
If they don't want to get promoted.
No, I'm saying like if they want to get promoted, like right now, what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Doing your job is not enough.
It's that's the
You know what I'm
the
saying?
foundation.
Right, right, right.
So now you have to
So, but
do
now then
more stuff.
now it's like now you got this kid that's just. So let's say that's kind of unfair in a
to
way.
retire.
Well, that's kind of unfair too in a way because there's some MOS that just they have the luxury
Yes.
to actually do something
Right.
like schools or any schools really,
Yeah.
whether it's an army school or college.
Yeah,
And there's some jobs that just don't have the time.
The way I see this,
You know what I
is
mean?
I think it's up to the individual.
The leadership?
How bad he wants to get promoted,
Right.
on how bad he wants to needs to.
Right, right, right. So you gotta. So basically, he gotta work harder.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, which
He's
is
gonna
good.
have to. He's gonna have to.
Which is
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
'cause
yeah,
I
yeah.
think the army realized in during the 10 years, 12 years of war that we had,
Right.
that we promoted a lot of
Yeah.
soldiers, NCOs
Yeah.
to positions they shouldn't have been promoted.
Right, right.
You know
right.
what I
That's
mean?
what they were learning.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
and
Okay.
I think this is the way that kind
To
of
weed out
weed them
the.
out, like
Yeah.
get the best person to the
Mhm.
best position at the best time. I think that's the
Yeah.
reason why the army is
Okay.
doing that. And
So
I see it. I see it.
I can see it.
Guess
I can see it two ways.
Yeah.
I can see it two ways. I can see the positive side of it, but I can also see the negative side of it. Like
Right.
Pirani was saying, right? Um, it forces you to only look at your achievements,
Right.
right? So you want to push, you want to go for airborne, you want to for air
Yeah.
assault, you got to go to school,
But you don't do your job.
you got to go, but you're not doing your job, right?
Yeah.
So that being the case, like um, I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
So, for example, my experience, right? So I've been a detachment sergeant for 18 months,
Okay.
and prior to that, I've been a deck sergeant for a platoon sergeant, and then
Mhm.
before that, another deck sergeant time in Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
So during this time, I think about the soldiers, right? So there's for us, we're pretty busy, Pretty busy. Mental health pretty busy. We go do a lot of stuff. We do a lot of prevention stuff. But I would say me going to a school, I would say I don't need this right now. My soldier does. Right. So I'm gonna miss out on that school because I want to send my soldier. To
Right.
me, based on paper, it's not gonna look good on me because
Yes.
if another look comes in, I did not improve because I did not go to school.
Yeah.
Mm,
Right.
So you almost have it's
But the
like you said,
soldier,
it's cutthroat. Yeah.
yeah. But now you're taking care of your soldier, but you're not
mm,
taking care of yourself.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah,
You know.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's. Yeah. I mean, it's. I guess it's. I think the hardship that we went through about promotion, it was almost the same. I guess.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it. I
But it doesn't
mean.
take away the good old boy system.
Yeah.
You know, if you're good with your commanders and
Right.
your head honchos,
Yeah.
you know, they'll take care of you. But
Your
if you're not
NCOR
part of that
maybe. Yeah.
circle,
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
and that's one thing I don't like about the
Yeah.
NCER.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be it's created to say a certain amount of people can only get most qualified, right?
Yep. Mhm.
But right now, the legacy NCER's philosophy
Right.
about, hey, MQ is the best. If not,
Mhm.
if you got a HQ, you're garbage, which
Right.
is not the case.
Yeah.
You know, it's not designed to be like that. You
Right.
wanna give the best of the best of the best, the MQ. You should see a lot of HQ across the board. So I
Right.
think
yeah,
the board right now is in a position, a crossroads where they have to change the way they board and
Yeah.
the way they think about looking at records, right?
Well. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they need to change to get out of that, hey, this guy doesn't have enough MQ, but actually
Right.
read the senior rater comment
Yeah.
and
hmm
determine if this person really is qualified for the next, because you remember you get promoted for by potential,
Right.
right? So you as a board member need
Right.
to understand, okay, does this read that this individual has the potential, right,
Right.
to lead soldiers in the next rank. But that mentality from the old NCR, the old
Right.
philosophy is still there. So I think it's gonna take us a few more years before we get out of the mentality, because the officers had a hard time like that too during the CSL.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact because when I board my officers for
Right.
CSL,
Mhm.
unless you're in a tactical battalion, you know, you're not gonna get a CSL. Or you know, if you get in a tactical battalion CSL, that they're gonna look out for you, you're gonna get promoted for the next rank. But if
Right.
you don't, then you're not gonna get promoted for the next rank. You know what I mean? So now they changed that dynamic. Now it's
Right.
the NCO's turn
Right.
to change that, you know, mentality to,
But it's the senior raiders the one that matters anyway.
yeah.
At
Oh
the
yeah,
end of the day,
definitely.
you know what I mean.
Definitely. Hands
So
down.
so I mean,
yeah,
even if your raider the rating part is not that
Mhm.
great, you know what I mean.
But as a board member, you need to understand
Yeah.
how the ratings work, right? So if
Right.
you have a HQ, MQ, HQ,
Yeah.
does that necessarily mean that the NCO is bad? No. Read
No.
the
No. No.
senior rater comments.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so because even though it says HQ, you don't have enough space to
But
give
that's what they
MQ.
read. I thought the senior raider.
Yes,
You know what I mean? For the most part.
for the most part.
Yeah. I think that's what gets you promoted anyway, right? The senior
yeah,
raider.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what gets you
I think
promoted.
that's what they still do now, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Oh,
Senior,
yeah,
senior
they
raider,
still
right?
do that.
Yeah, that's
And then, yeah.
the
So
senior raider part.
I do feel what Kmart is saying
Yeah.
is that like if you get MQ, HQ,
Yeah.
but then I don't know how true this is. It might be true due to the limits of
Right.
what the senior rater can give you. The senior rater can't just give you MQ the entire time because
Right.
they're limited. So I think it's 24% of their
Yes.
entire
It's less
career.
than that. Is 10%, I think it was, or 12%.
24.
Is it 24?
24.
24%.
Yeah.
For senior raiders, 24%.
Yeah. So let's say
Before, I don't know now, but yeah.
24. Okay. Yeah. So let's say if you've been working with this senior rater for 2 to 3 years,
Okay.
right? Um, they can't just give. Like I said, I don't know how true it is, but they said, "Oh, I can't give you another MQ. I know you've done a outstanding job. Just look at the bullets, look at my comments, but I can't give you another MQ because I'm running out." I gotta get somebody else. 'Cause I'm running out. So I don't know
So
if it's just a way to say, yeah, you're not really MQ, but
no,
you're a little bit over HQ.
what I
But I
would
don't want to give you my
I
MQ.
would what I would say is, cool. Don't give me HQ. However, write me a senior rater
Your
comment
bullet.
as if I'm
Yeah.
an MQ.
Yeah. Yeah, you can always do that.
10%,
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
NCOs,
Yeah,
all that
top
stuff.
top whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I always suggested to my commander anyway.
Yeah.
When he's because obviously when I was a first sergeant, the commander is a senior raider
Right.
or the platoon sergeants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I've seen people get promoted
And that's
with
what I
15%.
right, and that's right. Well, that's the rule of thumb. I thought at least again it's subjective, but the rule of thumb is if you're not the top guy, you
Mhm.
gotta be at least a top 10%
Yeah.
when you're. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think the way the army promotes anyway is subjective regardless. Because
Yeah.
the board
Either
is
way, yeah,
subjective.
yeah. At the end of the day, we don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
To be honest
No,
with
no,
you, I mean,
they might be drunk the night
Uh,
before before they to the board, right?
that's right. Yeah, it's really. I
Yeah.
mean, they even took out what they took out all of the discriminating part of
Yeah,
the
yeah. No
board.
more DA photo.
No
right?
DA
It's no more
photo,
DA
no
photo, right,
name.
John?
Wait, do they? What do they do now? Do they still put your name on
oh,
there?
no, yeah, they put your name, but just no day photos, nothing like that.
Which is kind of crazy because if
No
you say
gender.
Randy Nunez,
Yeah.
you're gonna know I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not other than I might be
You
Hispanic.
know what's funny, right?
You know what I
Sergeant
mean?
Major of the Army Dan Daly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the one that initiated the new change in the NCES NCER
Right.
program, man.
Yeah.
And the reason why he started that,
Yeah.
I shit you not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I pooped.
It's okay. It's an open mic.
It's open. It's okay. We're podcasting.
Yeah.
Is because he saw a sergeant major
Yeah.
in one of the most elite battalions in the army
Right.
overweight.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's like, holy crap, how can you lead a battalion
That's
of
right.
elite soldiers when you're
Yeah.
chunky little monkey?
And you're right. I've seen a lot of those.
So now you'd think you'd want to see the picture of the guy you're trying to promote to the next level,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
To kind of like assess, okay, he
I
doesn't
think you
look
like- should.
Yeah, but they
Yeah. It shows a lot of it shows a lot as a soldier. Appear like a soldier, wear like a soldier, dress like a soldier.
That's right.
You'll
I think
see
I think appearance is
some
everything.
discipline
yeah.
Do you think? Because I know
Yeah.
I don't know when did you join the
with appearance?
did you join the army? When did you join the army? Have you like the 2010s?
2008.
2008. So you've seen the how we were back in the day and
Oh,
now,
yeah.
right? So in your opinion, because me as a civilian now, or as a veteran rather, I see the difference appearance.
Mhm.
When I look at soldiers just going to the
Oh, yeah.
PX, or on post in general, I think the appearance is just lacking nowadays. I think that's just my opinion. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
I went to the gate one. I don't know whose gate it was. I think it was Madigan Gate or Main Gate.
When the appearance as far as like uniform and everything, right?
Oh,
It's all jacked
God.
up, right?
oh my God.
I don't know where what's going on, but even I see a lot of overweight.
hmm
Yeah, I see a lot of because maybe again we've been out of the army. Me and Mario have been out for a couple of years now, so I don't know if we're just not used to the new. I don't know if it's a new what do you call
The
that?
height and weight.
New rules and regulations.
Yeah.
I don't know if that changed since we got out of the army, so that could be it. I don't know if it's allowed. I don't even know what's allowed and what's not anymore. But what I tell you, when I see soldiers nowadays, I don't even know if what they're wearing or how they look
You see one soldier standing here.
is
He's wearing.
is that legal or illegal? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like, cause you know what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna correct anyone. I don't have the, I'm not in uniform anymore to be correcting anyone. But I'm just wondering because they're walking around NCOs. Is my point.
Yeah. So you're kind of like, I guess.
Like,
that's
wait, I
authorized.
guess that's authorized because this dude is walking and passing by
Yeah.
senior NCOs in the PX, not saying anything.
That's why I don't go to JBLM. A
So
lot.
it doesn't make sense to me. Like You know how
Yeah.
back in our days, if your hair is flaring in the back,
Mhm.
that's a no go. You know what I'm saying? And I see that all. I promise you, you gotta go in the
Yeah.
PX for lunch.
Yeah. No, I don't want. I lose my mind, man.
That's why I'm asking John. Really, I don't know if the rules and regulations, as far as AR 670-1, is it
Mhm.
changed a lot, or in general, has it changed? Is
Yeah.
there a big change in appearances? Is that I'm just curious. Is that something?
There is a big change in appearance
Okay.
in the
Mm.
670 dash one.
Okay. Oh, that's probably why then.
It's
Maybe I'm wrong
definitely
then.
Yeah.
catered to the no. Well, I can see it two ways. So there is a change in 670 one,
Mhm.
but where you're going at is there shouldn't be a change in how NCOs correct soldiers, because some NCOs are like, oh, yeah, don't worry about it. Oh,
Mm.
they
That ain't
don't
gonna
go
fly.
and make that effort to go and correct the soldier.
That ain't gonna fly with me.
Now, is it because they're scared to correct people?
I think
Yeah.
that's what it
Because they
is.
might get in
Because
trouble?
remember,
Is that what it is too, or what?
Uh,
Because back in our day, and you know this, you said,
partly.
right, because you said you joined 2008. So back in the day, even
oh
2008,
yeah.
it was still like, dude, you're going to get chewed out.
Oh my god.
Big
You
time.
and your, let me see your squad leader.
Yeah.
In
Like,
my office.
if I'm going to PX and you're jacked up,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, you don't come back here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're doing in the PX, soldier.
Yeah.
Looking like that, looking like a
Yeah.
soup sandwich.
I can't
Yeah.
go to JBLM nowadays because I'm like guessing like
Yeah,
what's going on. It's
I know. I mean, you know what? I'm so used to it now that I don't even care anymore. Like the first couple months,
Yeah.
so I retired, right?
Mhm.
I didn't really go back on post till like months after.
right, right.
So, but the first time I came back, and it's like, and I'm seeing all of this, it's like, holy crap, man! I still have that.
I feel bad for buying them
Yeah.
because
Because that's they got to go through that, right?
yeah, they have to go through that
I know, because
every day.
that's tough, man. I don't know. That's really what I'm asking, John. Is so is it leadership then that's lacking, not the regulation,
I think it is.
or both?
I think it's leadership. I
Yeah.
think it's
You
the
think so?
presence.
Yeah.
I think it's the motivation for the NCOs
Mhm.
to actually be NCOs.
Now, is it big?
Um,
And to caveat, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but to caveat on that question, is it
yeah.
leaders to blame, or is it because soldiers are well protected by senior leaders? That's why senior NCOs are afraid. You know what I'm saying? That's a good
That's
That's a good
point.
question, right?
That's a good point.
Because if I'm let's say I'm a sergeant first class,
Yeah.
right? Senior leader. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna correct this soldier because I know this soldier is protected by the army, the
right.
big army.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I don't want to get in trouble and waste my
Yeah.
retirement because of this soldier.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, because in my opinion, I think again, it can be it's subjective.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, it's in my opinion. I think the soldiers now are softer to where
So
in
yes.
a way if I'm a senior leader, I'm scared to correct this soldier because now he's gonna start crying to seniors. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna get in trouble.
But
You know what I mean? Like,
I think yes. I think the fear is there,
yeah.
but the intestinal fortitude is not.
There you go. I think if you're a senior leader and you're right,
Yeah,
I think you just gotta go for it.
exactly. You need
You
to
know
go
what I
for it. Who cares
Yeah.
if the senior person,
That's right. Yeah,
sergeant
yeah.
major is gonna yell at
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be like,
As long as you stand your ground,
Right.
you know, you're in. Just stay in regulation.
You're
If
not-
you know your reg,
exactly.
you shouldn't be scared.
Yeah, but
That's my
the
point.
problem is like
They probably don't know the regs.
yeah, but you're right. There's
Yeah.
a lot of NCOs that doesn't have the intestinal fortitude to, because they're afraid
Yeah.
of,
Getting in trouble.
but they don't see the effects of that. What's the impact of
Right.
you're not doing it? Now
That's
you're
right,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is a candy sergeant because he,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, you're not gonna do
setting
anything.
new standards, which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're setting new standards,
Yeah.
and I'm not.
So the way I see it is
Yeah.
so the way I see it is that I don't know if y'all remember back in the days that when the student
Mm-hmm.
gets a low grade and then the teacher comes and says, "Hey, I need to talk to you," to the parent, right?
Okay.
and then the parent will actually scold the child because the child is getting low grades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right? You got to do better. You got to study.
Right.
Nowadays, um, I'm the teacher, right?
Mm-hmm.
The student, my student, is getting good grade, low grades.
Mm-hmm.
I call the parents in. Instead of the parents scolding the kids for getting a low grade, I get scolded because, oh, you're not doing a great job on teaching the soldiers or
Mm.
your student, right?
Okay.
So I see the same mentality nowadays is that, especially with disciplining the soldier, um, you got to have everything black and white,
Yeah.
right? When disciplining us, you got to have everything black and white, counselings and everything, right? Because
Right.
if you didn't have it on paper, it didn't happen,
Okay.
right? So when you discipline a soldier,
Mm.
you don't get questions why you discipline the soldier.
Yeah.
Like what is the soldier lacking? You get
Right.
questioned, what did you do that the soldier became this way?
Yeah.
Because you're
Mm.
lacking as a
Yeah.
leader. Because you should have prevented the soldier to act this way because you're the leader.
Right. Mm.
So it's the same mentality nowadays. That's why some of the NCOs, some of the senior NCOs are like, huh? Doesn't want to bother with it, right? Because if I know that I'm trying to do my best to set the standards to correct the soldier, to discipline the soldier, but
Yeah.
if I do that, I
Right.
get questioned.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, he's not even worried about the soldier.
So it's the senior
Why am I getting
senior.
questioned?
Oh, the senior.
Yeah. So that but
So
that commander or that leader is the one at fault because he's not empowering his NCOs.
okay.
You know what I mean? Because not the way the situation played out is why you not on the side of the NCO when he know
Mm.
he's right, but questioning him about the soldier's attitude. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say, okay, Sergeant, go ahead and do the corrective action.
Mm-hmm.
However, rehabilitate the soldier.
Right.
I'll be there with you,
Yeah.
hundred
Yeah.
percent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you're empowering that NCO.
You're supposed to.
You're supposed
Yeah.
to, but
Yeah.
now it's not the case. It's like
Yeah.
because it's I feel like it's because it's a garrison environment now that
Yeah.
we lose track of what is important and how to fix the situation.
Yeah.
Because you don't fix the person, you fix the situation,
Right.
right? And the situation is soldiers acting up,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, maybe the NCO is lacking. However, the NCO
Yeah.
is still a leader.
Yeah.
Empower that NCO,
Yeah.
give him the ability to rehabilitate that soldier, right?
Right.
Uh, but whatever means necessary, either
Yeah.
training,
Yeah. Mhm.
corrective training, and
Yeah.
back in the
I
day,
say put it on paper. Yeah.
put it on paper.
Yeah.
But I learned that escalation of force works.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, you don't have to put it on paper right away. You get the warning and
Yeah,
all of that.
smoke the
I got you.
that's not out of
Well, that's
them.
not on the book anymore. You can't
Yeah.
smoke people anymore.
And this is why I tell soldiers like
Yeah, no,
the
really.
moment that the moment that I don't smoke you,
Yeah, yeah.
you're in deep trouble.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. That's bigger.
That's bigger. That
That's a
means I'm
bigger
taking away
problem.
your
That
money.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I mean you can keep warning.
So
Okay, I get it. Warning, paper, and then Article 15.
Yeah. If I stop smoking,
Yeah.
That's
it's
it.
like, oh crap,
Yeah. What do you call it? 3 strike go.
3 strikes
Yeah.
and you're out.
Yeah, but hey, that was a lot of input, and we appreciate you having you here, John. I think the active duty point of view is
Yes.
very important because most of the time when the retiree talks, is back in the day,
Back in
and
the day.
sometimes we don't want to hear
Right, right.
all of that. We want to get the
Oh,
point of
yeah.
we want to hear the point of view from the active duty.
Yeah.
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 From your perspective as
Uh,
active
yeah.
duty.
The now and then,
Yeah.
compare it basically. Yeah. How
But
it is.
it's changing. It's
Yeah, yeah.
evolving, right?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you what though. I like my days. I like my old
Oh,
days,
man, I love
man.
my days.
I think that's one of the reasons why I got out.
Yeah. It was
It's-
rough,
Yeah.
but it
But
gave me some,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
like
So
purpose in
yeah,
life.
being active duty does have its, especially in my time.
Yeah,
I get to see the end of your guys' era,
yeah,
and then the beginning of this new era, and I can see and I can contrast and compare
yeah. That's
the
a
differences,
ah,
which is good. I
pros and
get to live
cons.
both ways, but I do find myself saying, "Oh man, this really changed a lot
Yeah.
from when I joined to now. It did really change." and I can definitely say some I can say not for the better, and some I can say for the better. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless, the army is the army.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
1942 army is way
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
today's army. However,
Yeah.
we are still doing the
Yeah.
same thing. We're
Yeah.
Right.
serving our country.
Yeah. We still support
Yeah.
you guys, and we appreciate what you guys do for this country, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I always got you guys back. You know what I mean. Even if I'm retired, I
Thank
think
you.
I think for all the active duties that's out there watching us, hey, we got you guys.
Yeah.
Yep,
We got your
hundred
back.
percent.
Yeah. And comment.
Whether we like what you guys doing or not,
Yeah, as
we
long
love you
as
guys.
you like, subscribe,
Yeah,
hit the
and hit the
notification button,
notification, the bell.
and we got your back.
We got your
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Hit the
so
subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
subscribe button and the
That's right.
notification
And let
button.
us know if there's any topics you guys want us to hit up or hit up. Yeah, hit up. Yeah,
Hmm.
or talk about. And yeah,
Yeah, and we'll have guests just like
yeah,
our boy
we'll
John
we'll
here.
find the resources for you
Ah,
guys.
we'll find the resources.
Yeah, yeah,
But I think
Yeah.
that's all the time we have. We're trying to limit
yeah,
it for 1 hour.
yeah.
So again, before I actually leave, just want to reiterate, if you want to donate to a good cause, the Joint Special Operations Association is a good cause. I'll put in the link for their website. Please donate. They do great things for our warriors and operators on the field by providing assistance to their families and scholarships, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if you're being generous or feeling generous, please donate to one of my favorite non-profit organizations, the Joint Special Operations.
There you go. Donate.
You have anything to say, boss?
No, again, thank you to our viewers. Thank you to you, John. I'll see you around on post. And well,
Okay.
hopefully you can join us again. And
Oh,
again,
definitely.
yeah, and again, we appreciate everyone that's watching. Of
Yeah. So, John, you have any last comments?
Oh, so Kuya Mario, Kuya Randy, thanks for having me.
course.
Appreciate it. Especially some advices you've given from the past. I appreciate those too. And I'm glad to be able to speak on behalf of the active duty, big on my behalf as well, me personally. Again, thanks for having me, and I'll see you around.
I'll see
Yeah,
you
of
around.
course.
So, with that said,
Yeah.
everybody, thank you for joining us for another episode of Top Talks,
Top talks.
and see you for the next episode.
Woohoo!
Yeah.